Hi, this is Lucien, your crypto educator. In this video, I'm going to explain you exactly why it is a very good idea to invest money in Bitcoin or other cryptos. So if you have seen this video, you actually have a much clearer and better idea what the real value of Bitcoin is and in the future will be. So hold on and watch on. It's just a short video. I don't want to make it too complicated because I want to educate the people that are new to crypto and they are maybe looking at this enormous increase of value at the moment as a stock. And it is true. They say in the crypto world Bitcoin is going parabolic. That means the curve is more or less like a rocket heading to the moon and maybe back. You know, that's the fear of people, you know. So basically, why is it a good idea to invest in Bitcoin? And this is not really an investment advice because you have to really, I'm always would suggest you to educate yourself and to look into the mechanisms beyond and under crypto technology, the blockchain technology, and what it's actually bringing for us humans. So this is a really important thing to look at. And so what we have seen the last year is Bitcoin, it went from 2017 in this high field of $20,000, which was a pump. It was like a bull run, they call that. And after that, it went down. And a lot of people invested on that high point when it was $20,000 because it got hyped through the media and, you know, like, wow, you got rich really quick. This is free money. And a lot of people jumped in and then it went down, so a lot of people lost money. And then the media actually turned around 180 degrees and they said, well, you know, Bitcoin is all of shit. It's not, you can't, it's volatile, it has no intrinsic value, it has no value. So I think to understand why investing in Bitcoin is a good idea is to look at the real value for, you know, for what is it bringing us humans. And I mean, Bitcoin is a payment system, it's a digital currency, and it's possibly a new store of value, you know, compare it with the gold in the new coming technological era. So if you say gold has no value and Bitcoin is going to be the store of value, you would say like, oh, then Bitcoin has no value. This is still has to be proven, so there's no, you know, like there's no evidence, there's no, it isn't like already this store of value, but it can become one. So if you look at the function as being a digital currency, it's a very small digital currency, and the payment, you know, transaction time takes a long time because it has to be validated every 10 minutes. The blocks have to, you know, validate, so you have to wait for that transaction. And in the meantime, maybe the price went up or down. If you buy a coffee in a shop, the price would be $2.50, and then if you know, pay it, it's already $2.70 or $2.30. So this is makes it very difficult to be a digital currency, a stable digital currency at the moment. But I think we have to look a little bit deeper than those arguments of people saying, yeah, look at this, you know, this is not gonna work, it's crap, don't do it. I think we have to look a little bit deeper, and then we have to look at the technology. So in the core essence of it, basically Bitcoin is also bringing us a network, and the network validates transactions on the network. So why is this so important? Because the network is trustless, meaning there is not a company, it's not people involved. It's a computer network all around the world. Over 10,000 nodes are validating every 10 minutes. The heartbeat of Bitcoin, you know, validates these transactions on that network. And it doesn't have to be only specifically Bitcoin. You can use that network for other, you know, transactions, as you can use Ethereum for smart contracts. And so why is this so super important? Why has this so much value? Well, it solves an immense like human pain point we have dealing with for the last 20, 50, 100 years in the economy, which is that single point of failure, which is the trust we have put in institutions like banks, governments, to safeguard us, to take care of our money, even to, you know, give us a prosperous life, you know, like to whatever arrange our lives for us. And basically they fucked up in the sense that there's always been corruption. There's been middlemen coming in, taking some part of the slice. You know, if you order a cup of coffee in Starbucks, you maybe the farmer in Kenya gets like 5 cents for the kilo or something, and then one cup of coffee is $5. So there's 23 middlemen in between taking something from that transaction of coffee from the field, the coffee beans, to the cup of coffee on the airport. So this thing is like, this system is basically not working anymore because it has is consciously extracting so much money from the economic system towards, let's say, the top of the pyramid because of those middlemen. I mean, it's a simplistic view, but in the essence is, I believe that's true. So that's why, we don't really, like, big masses of people don't really benefit from our economic system. It's more a small elite, and it's more like a small number of people. And we've always dealing with the social unrest, and it's increasing. In Paris, there's still, demonstrations every week, and in many countries in the world, people are uprising against, they feel there's something wrong, and they probably feel that the system, the design of the system, is kind of extracting their money, and they have to pay more mortgage, they have to pay more taxes, they have to pay more, everything is going, inflation makes prices double every 32 years, I believe, and that's actually stealing from the people. Inflation is more or less stealing from the people, so people are getting more and more aware of this system. So it's not really the people that work in banks and are the middlemen, they've just found their place in that system, and it's actually quite obvious. I mean, it's kind of, like, the people that extract that money on higher positions, they put the politicians in place, and they make the laws so they can do that, and their punishment is way less than the amount that they get from doing that. So why wouldn't they do it? I'm not being punished, I'm just, like, taking care of my family. Well, there's another way now to take care of your family, because so this pain point that Bitcoin is dealing with is taking away that middleman, is taking away that single point of failure where people come in and extract that money from bigger masses, bigger amounts of people that work for it, So this pain point is so important. I believe is going to change our economic system. So it's like a system changer. So we cannot really see the implications right now, but if you think about, if something that let's say solves a pain point, and this pain point has so much impact on all our planet, then it has this immense value. It's like an incredible valuable, because it's going to redistribute this money from the top of the pyramid into the wallets of all the people that join crypto. So it's a system of trust. We're moving away from, like, let's say, misuse of trust by the single point of failure into a trustless system, not made by humans almost. It's just a network. It's just something out there that's doing its job, and is doing it flawless. It's like, like validating those transactions without that middleman, and not making much of a commission, maybe 1 cent, to pay the blockchain itself, but not people. This trustless system is flawless and can help us to move away those corrupt and, let's say, parasitical elements of our economical design. So that value is immense. It's immense. It's going to change the whole view on money. I mean, we're in a revolution of money. If you compare internet, it was the revolution of information, and it opened the floodway of having connection with information all over the world instantly through the social media, and it definitely forever changed the landscape of media, of traditional newspapers, cartels of media. So if you think that Bitcoin and crypto is a revolution of money, this is gonna, like, having even more impact, because money is even closer to us. Money is closer to us, and the way we look at money. So this is one point. This is the the pain point solving issue of the middleman and the trustless system. But the other one is the store of value. So if you believe that all of those, we're going to move into an era where we're just going to pay digital. So the cash money is going to go away, and there's going to be a museum of fiat money, probably. So so the store of value is going to be, Bitcoin could be potentially the gold of the digital crypto money era. So meaning that you can always trace back your value of your maybe a little bit more volatile crypto to the value of Bitcoin, because it's going to be stable. Because like every 2 years there's a halving of the reward of for miners, Bitcoin miners, and more and more kind of people are buying crypto, and there's a volume increase and a market capitalization increase, and there's going to be a point where it's going to be actually pretty stable as gold is, more or less, you know. So then you can trace back your value to that stable value that won't change anymore because it's encrypted in the protocols, it's encrypted in the network. And you know, like, also people probably don't want to exchange their bitcoins anymore much longer because it has so much value. So I don't know how that exactly will work, because we're talking about, you know, like the last bitcoin will be mined 2140 or something, so that's quite a long time ahead. But maybe humanity comes up with another more brilliant solution to tackle more pain points. But the store of value is also a real value for humanity, for the world. So people, I mean, it's interesting to see that when now Bitcoin is going parabolic, so it's increasingly, from the 6th of May, it went like in 1 month, it's increased, I don't know, like whatever, 60%. It's just, you know, and of course, and now at this moment you hear voices like this congressman Sherman in America, who wants to ban crypto in America. You see on Medium articles about people like, why investing in crypto is not a good idea, it has no intrinsic value. And then they're, you know, I mean, this is kind of looking at it from the old stock market perspective, and actually a lack of education. Basically, what I don't want to judge that too much, because these people are really following their belief, but it's a trust in the system, and the people that now move into the system, and you know, it's more important to go in there for, you know, like, it's okay to say, okay, I want to make some money, but if you educate yourself and you go there in from trust for the long run, that's more valuable for the system itself. But any investment means you're exiting from the fiat. You put some money from the fiat system into crypto, which is actually a revolutionary action in my perspective, because you're leaving the system, you know, that's going to end at some stage, and you're gonna invest in the future. You're gonna invest in financial empowerment, because, you know, this, again, this money from the top of the pyramid, which is a lot for a few percent of a few people, is going to flood into the wallets of all the people that trust, that put their trust, educate themselves and trust a new economy, a new peer-to-peer, censorship-resistant, borderless and neutral way of looking at money. And we are redefining money as we go at the moment. So I hope you understand this. And so again, this is not an investment advice and saying, you know, if you invest now, you will have so much. Like, in fact, I'm pretty sure personally that in May next year there's another halving, the 24th of May, and you can almost mathematically, you calculate that the price will be around $54,000, 50, because there are so much elements that, you know, you've can research for the past 10 years in the movements of Bitcoin, which is a network system. You can look at volume, you can look at, you know, the halving, you can look at the amount of the market capitalization. Of course, there's a human element that makes it unpredictable, but this is looking from the investment perspective. But, you know, like, it's building more and more trust in the community. Look at that aspect. You see now in this moment a huge dam break of institutional money, Fidelity. Backed is going to be, you know, like the people that want to make Bitcoin EFT, that's going to be accepted in April, probably June, July. Facebook is going to make a stable coin on a blockchain. And I almost forget, Bitcoin has proven that the blockchain works. It has been attacked, the network has been attacked, the community has been attacked, has been hard forked, but it's showing that Bitcoin is working. And this is another, maybe the third main big value. How valuable is that a new technology that validates transactions, cuts out middlemen, changes the whole economics landscape? How valuable is that? And it shows after 10 years, more than 10,000 nodes is working, and is going to be there forever. Unless there's a huge major, like, meteorite, you know, being thrown upon the earth and all the electricity is down, you know, like, okay, then we're all gone. But so we never know how everything is going, but that's the trust you put in a new era of money, a new, you know, like a new way of looking at money, a peer-to-peer way of exchange. And it's so beautiful. I'm really passionate. That's why I'm doing this work. I just wrote another guide for Bitcoin, how to get into Bitcoin. It's on Amazon now. You can see it in the link under this video. I'm blogging on my Medium. I'm super excited. Of course, I've got some Bitcoin, and I'm happy that it goes up, you know, but I mean, looking at the long term, the excitement is merely the disruptive element, and we're looking into a really new system change, a new economic system that's going to make a lot of people just more smiling on the streets and more being able to thrive, basically. And that's what we want in this world, right? It's going to be more sustainable. Cutting out of middlemen is super efficient. It takes out a lot of energy. So that's another video I made about the sustainability of Bitcoin. Check my next video. Thank you so much. This became a long video, but I think it's a super important topic. And I'll catch you on the next one. Give a like and see you real soon. Thank you very much.